Yeah, so East-West Bowl is kind of like the group of perpetual underdogs who somehow have managed to stitch together enough Pro Tour success to now be recognized, which is really a little bit amazing to me, but it's invigorating also. It's great. So we weren't sure, oh, you know, what are we gonna call ourselves? So we liked the comedy sketch East-West Bowl from Key and Peele, so we thought it would be really funny, and it fit the name, it fit the group. It was awesome.
So I wanted to try the Ultra Pro model of testing strictly online, not getting together before the Pro Tour, getting everyone together and just using Facebook to test online. And I decided that I was going to not be exclusive. I was going to say anybody who wants to come and use my online system is welcome. And I mostly wanted it just to try and collect limited data. Because it was a modern Pro Tour, and testing for modern Pro Tours is a little bit different than standard Pro Tours. So I was focused entirely on limited. I had a new system I wanted to try. And at Grand Prix Atlanta last year, as a matter of fact, Scott Lipp came up to me and said, Alex, this sounds good. If you want, I have a bunch of people that maybe want to try. And it turns out those people were what were formerly known as the Cali Silvers. There's a lot of players from the California area who were, you know, playing a lot more Magic, and they had all made silver in the Pro Club, and we all kind of joined together in this online forum for Pro Tour Oath of the Gatewatch. And all of the Cali Silver guys ended up being really good at Constructed, and I had this new limited system that I wanted to try, and we all worked really well to make sure it, you know, went off as more or less as I planned it. And that Pro Tour was just really successful for us.
We started off as like two different groups, like one on the West Coast, one on the East Coast. And there's like a bridge between them, Mark Jacobson. And so he was like, hey, like it would be a great idea if we just all sort of got together and shared testing results like over the internet. Because this was a time where we weren't able to like commit a full week to testing really hard. So we got together with like Alexander Mazlaton and Pascal and like a bunch of other people on like farther away from us, and we just sort of collaborated online, and it ended up being super great. I mean, we had that collaboration sort of bore a really great deck, the Eldrazi deck in Modern, and JC was able to win a Pro Tour, the very first Pro Tour our team was formed, so that was really sweet.
I ended up winning an RPTQ for Pro Tour Oath of the Gatewatch, so I knew that I had to swing for the fences if I wanted to like requalify and keep being on the train, so we played really hard, we persevered, and we found the deck for the tournament, and it turned out to be great, and I got pretty lucky to make it there, and it's just kind of all gone from there, and I'm really happy where it is right now.
They were all testing, I think it was the first time they were testing as like a group. We're not East-West Bowl yet, it was Team Target, and it was in Vancouver. They had some suites in a hotel there, and I was actually in Vancouver at one of my friends for the week. I was alone basically, and I think they called me in for like, hey, do you want to draft? We heard you were in Vancouver, do you want to be our 8th? And I think Mengucci was on the team back then. So I just showed up, and then like I stayed there, we drafted, and we eventually like started talking about Constructed. I mean, I wasn't alone, so I wasn't really a threat to like leaking anything. And I really liked it. I actually ended up just going there the next day, and then I ended up playing my own deck because obviously 2 days with them was just not enough for Constructed, but like I had a fun time. And then the next Pro Tour, they invited me to do the same thing basically, but like the whole time, not just 2 days.
Well, after my first Pro Tour and the performance that I had, I became more friends with Pascal Ménard, and he had a lot of connection. So we juggled a couple of possible teammates. Then a group of people came to us and asked, "Do you want to be with us to be in some sort of draft camp, some sort of draft where everyone would put their results together and all?" And that became like a real team, East-West Bowl. And yeah, since PT Out of the Gatewatch, I was with East-West Bowl. It's really a new experience for me, because before that I was alone. Last year I was alone, so it really is a new experience to play with a lot of really talented teammates that I can rely on.
Because of that, I actually was able to achieve one of my stepping stone goals, which is I made gold last year, finally. I missed it by 1 match the previous year, the very last match of the season, so that was brutal. But this year I'm gold, and I'm super happy, and I'm so pumped to be here.
I'm from Maryland, so there's a large contingent of the team is from Maryland, and I've known some of these guys since I first started playing Magic many years ago. And so I'm playing with my friends, I'm doing well. I top 8 at a Pro Tour with East West Bowl, and so I can't complain, and I'm just enjoying, I'm enjoying it. I've been trying to not only win, but have fun while doing it, and these guys definitely allow me to do that.
Oh yeah, coming from the previous season, seeing where our original team went from, where some of us hit silver, none of us were really gold, to when we formed up the East-West Bowl, where almost everyone on the team that went to Australia hit gold, hit their mark, hit platinum. To me, it felt like we actually found a way to build a team to where you don't have to go 2 weeks ahead of time to, if you have family commitments or you have a really serious job, to where this team is structured to where it works around kind of your schedule.
I managed to hit gold before Pro Tour Sydney and was able to play in it as a result of that.
Last year I ended up golding, which was total shock to me. It was really great. I also finished, sadly, in 2nd place for Draft Master. But I owe a lot of that to the team. Our limited process, I think, it's very structured. Everyone really kind of chips in. We talk about, especially with the rares. People talk about their experience playing the rares. That's something that, with only 10 to 15 drafts going into a Pro Tour, you don't get a chance to play with everything. So, a couple of times I've really trusted my teammates to tell me, what a good card is, and that's really helped me succeed in the draft portion.
We have a lot of new people who are very close friends of mine. Brandon, Mike Hans, they all queued for the PT or re-queued for the PT recently. So my hope is that those guys stay on and get to rejoin us for further testing.